Hi everyone, welcome back to my InspirLang channel. My name is Jade, and you know me, every time I see a non-Chinese movie in theater that has a Chinese line, I would itch to make a video analysis to explain to you what the Chinese line actually says. I have made a video like this for Everything Everywhere All at Once and Joyride, if you haven't had a chance to check them out yet. And I got to see Michael B. Jordan's new movie Sinners in theater back in April. And I was exhilarated when I was in the middle of watching the movie and saw that there was a line spoken not just in Chinese, but in Taishanese specifically. And it even credits Taishanese in the subtitle. I'm sorry that if this might be a small spoiler if you haven't seen the movie yet. And if you're not someone who can stand spoilers, you should stop this video and go watch the movie immediately because it's a very good movie. And I actually like the movie so much that I watched it like 4 times in one weekend when it first came out on HBO Max. If you have seen the video, you know that Bo and Grace are Chinese Americans who each runs a grocery store from across the street. I later learned from my partner's trivia that Grace actually runs the grocery store for white people, while Bo runs the grocery store for black people, and their stores were just right across from each other. Historically, it would make sense for them to be Taishanese too, because Taishanese people were the major pool of Chinese immigrants starting from roughly the 1800s. The most common reasons were that geographically, Taishan was right by the water, and I even got to visit this part of Taishan where back then a lot of folks took a boat out to Hong Kong, and then eventually from there switching to another boat to the US. Anyways, all that is to explain that why in Sinners, which is set in 1932, would have a Chinese American grocery store owner who is Taishanese. And it is also kind of funny that it wasn't Bo or Grace who had the line in Taishanese, but Remick did. And I think the director did that intentionally to emphasize that Remick really got into Bo's head, knowing all of Bo's past and even the language he speaks with Grace. In the movie, Remick said this.
This can't be real.
Many students came to ask me how good Remick's Taishanese was in the movie. I would say it's actually pretty decent for a non-native speaker. The first line was butchered a little bit, and I'll explain why. The second line was actually really good, and it was by the second line that I realized Remick was actually speaking Taishanese, even though I didn't go into the theater knowing that. And for the first line, even how you like to be licked, Remick's Chinese line actually says, I even know how you want to be licked. How I would say it is, ngồi van a tui. Instead, he said this. The grammar and definitely the pronunciation of you, ne, tells me that Remick was leaning more towards Cantonese because he was using lei instead of ne. The X I put there is not because it's rated R, but I just can't really tell what Remick was saying after the word tongue. And in addition to that, I wouldn't use the same words for also, you, and tongue, said, because although you means also, it is actually used more often for again, and set is used more in Mandarin instead of Cantonese and Taishanese. And there is a small chance of me hearing these words wrong, but again, I'm a native speaker and have listened to this line for over 50 times, so. And this is my version. Ngồi van a tui, nei liang ngồi, gây hảo dùng, hiểu lệ, liam nei. Ngồi van a tui, nei liang ngồi, gây hảo dùng, hiểu lệ, liam nei. For his second line, I wouldn't make any changes. Ngồi yên sen nei, ngồi vui, ngao khỏi ai lệ. Ngồi yên sen nei, ngồi vui, ngao khoi ai let. I hope you enjoy learning about these 2 lines in Taishanese from the Sinners movie. And who knows, maybe you'll be able to use them someday. And thanks for watching, and I hope the next movie analysis wouldn't be too long from now. See you next time. Bye. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe if you like my video. If you would like more Chinese learning contents from me, please visit InspirLang.com for more. I hope to see you again in my next video. Bye bye!